So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
the game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Bruno finds himself in the starting lineup. Jim, what would you say are his most notable qualities?
Well, don't be surprised if he ends up being the top man today, Peter, because he's got the reflexes and shot-stopping ability to keep out the best. Seeing shot after shot being repelled can actually affect both teams psychologically too. It gives one team hope, while the opposition can start to despair.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He steps in, and that's the end of that. And he's heaved it away. Vinicius Junior. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Rafinha tries to pass it through. That is good alertness. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Conte is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And he shoots! Goal! Milan! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react, and there's only one...
Takes the shot! Timber gets rid without sophistication. Ball's gone out of play. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Tries to play it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Howson tries to clear.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Howson clears it away. And now they can spring out of defence. That is ended up in no man's land. Raul aims beyond the defence. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Vinicius Junior. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, that has not gone well. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Corner number 2 then. Ruben Dias gets it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Vinicius Junior gets into some space.
There will be 1 minute
Really well
time.
cleared. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Rijkaard. And we hit half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Milan have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
And he welcomes it in. Rafinha.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
It's a throw-in. Here comes the cross. He's there and gets it away.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Ambitious ball here. It's a pretty loose pass. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead.
Shoots! Deftly away. Rivaldo, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And it's Rivaldo. And a chance! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
He's being urged to shoot. Raul. That is a brilliant interception. And that was very necessary. Timber. Konate. Van Dijk. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's Doué. Beckham did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Defending was strong and firm. Doué. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing.
There will be 1
Great
minute
defending,
added time.
strong and determined. Azar. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results-driven as they went about their business in Anif. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello, everybody,
The game
and
yet to
welcome
kick
to
off.
today's
The
match.
excitement already
Manchester
palpable.
United against Milan.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Now it's Messi. Well, we just know, of course, what an excellent goalkeeper Dida is. Indeed, some consider him to be right up there amongst the elite.
Yeah, towering, and someone who always has great presence. For me, just always seems relaxed and in tune with everything that's going on. A true great.
Messi. It's a searching pass, and he welcomes it in. Can he finish? Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, the pass was sublime. The finish was substandard. What a disappointment.
So we're still where we started right now. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, that's a key interception. Nicely aimed pass. And it's Son Heung-min. Raul. Now he's got space here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Manchester United do have a chance to counter here. Now that looks a decent ball. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's there to belt it away. Messi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Good ball, good take. He's got away. Plays it in low. And he's quick to get it clear again.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Got nowhere to hide after that one. And there isn't a whole lot anyone can do with that corner. Dida clears. And the pass is intercepted. Well, that pass isn't the best.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Shoots! There it is!
Well, players of his stature just live for moments like that. Another really important contribution as we near half-time, and it can make such an impact on each mindset.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
There will be
Milan
1 minute
are
added
in
time.
front now, the game's only goal. And there's the end of the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Reflections on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Milan having to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period. He rises! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Quality ball. Not the most accurate pass. And they've got rid. Totti. Picked out brilliantly. Great ball, and he's in. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? And now they can spring out of defence. Tries to pass it through. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. Cleared away. And they're back on the ball again. Raul. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout...
And a chance! They've scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautiful.
He's had a shot! Goal! Milan! And they're back in front!
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Tries a shot! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Roberto Baggio! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Nicely shaped ball. And the through ball. Albert Ferrer gets good distance on it.
Substitution in progress.
And it's Timber. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Dealt with nicely by the defence. It's a throw-in. Serginho's cross. Costa Curta getting this one clear. Neymar. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he thumps it clear. Now it's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Aimed beyond the defence. It's Asa! Crossbar comes to the rescue. And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Milan blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. He can run onto that. Hazard. Oh, shooting chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Rivaldo! It's loose and oh, he's been caught napping. Now the cross. Great chance! And that will be it. Milan really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And already we're underway here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now it's Okazaki. Okazaki stood his ground strongly. Raul. Messi. Van Dijk. And it's McAllister. Threads one in. Okazaki plays it in. Now it's Okazaki.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Rivaldo. That has been cut short. Okazaki. And no, that was never going to make it. Nicely spread. Tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Cleared without complication. Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's onto this. Face to face. Big chance! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
Played out to the right. And he plays one through. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's heaved it away and claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Okazaki. Shot could charge, surely! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. And it's Timber. Oh, important interception. Rivaldo quietly revving up. Hazard plays it in low. Chouameni. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well, that is not the best ball, and that'll be the final action of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
And that could set him on his way. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Goes for a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. And now a sudden chance to counter. Serves up across.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
Okazaki. Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
It's their second corner of the game.
Number 21. El Haj Diouf. Coming on the field. Number 10.
Oh, a few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
And it's Jorginho. Jorginho gets across to intercept that. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Played through into space. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, well played. Chouameni.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top. He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Number 17.
So, third corner of the game.
Coming on to replace him is number 22, Palmer. Substitutions taking place.
Milan have the chance to go the other way. Looking to play him in. Timber deals with that comfortably.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Palmer.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he shoots! Goal! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
The goal scorer.
Look, before we can even delve into the detail, the significance of taking the lead should be our initial reflection, and that's priceless.
Substitution on the field.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And the shot! Really well taken goal. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Great defending, strong and determined.
6 added minutes
De Bruyne.
has been indicated.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Batistuta. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Now, can they get him away? Couldn't. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts.